All right, folks, welcome to Game 4 of the regional tournament, the Single A Southwest Regionals here at Harvey High School. Right now we have the John Caldwell Golden Knights, the #1 seed in the West. They are 10-0 in league play, undefeated, looking to defend their championship from last season. And now they are up against the Fredericton Christian Academy Eagles, who won 68-55 against Sam Desham last night to come here. They are 6-4, third in the West, and this should be a good matchup. The last time these two teams played was December 21st, so it has been a while. That was at FCA. John Caldwell did pull out the win, but it was by 2 points, a 62-60 victory. So really looking forward to a good matchup here. They had beat FCA at 2 other occasions earlier in the season. At the season opening tournament, they won 74-61 against FCA. And in league play on December 10th, they won 78-48 at home. So FCA, hoping that fourth time is the charm here. The winning team will punch their ticket to sectionals and will play again at 6 p.m. to determine the seeding. The losing team will not be eliminated right away, but they will face elimination at 4. So the stakes are high. As coming out for John Caldwell, we've got number 5, Caden Petens, number 8, Alex Gillett-Sear, number 23, Cohen Petens, number 9, Isaac Anderson, and number 2, Evan Dubé Nickerson. FCA will counter with number 3, Luke Robertson, number 6, Luke Cayley, number 8, Mateo Anana, number 11, Pharrell Kenye, and number 12, Emmett McLeod. Onana and Cohen Petens on the tip-off.
And here we go, folks. Tip-off will go FCA side. Number 11, Kenye, picking that up on the right side. Here he comes with speed in the paint, gonna shoot for 2 off the backboard. There's that board, picked up. Here comes Petens on that left wing. Cutting over to the right, there's the pass. Shot up off the backboard. That's number 8 shooting that one up. Gillett-Sear. Here's Robertson with the ball on the left for FCA. Robertson making his way over. Will pass over. Cycled around. There's a shot attempt, and it's good. FCA striking. Number 12, Emmett McLeod.
And if you watched last night's game, you would have seen FCA going for a lot of those three-point shots. Didn't really start falling until the third quarter, but they kept at it. The three-point shot is a big part of their game, and we look to see a lot more of those attempts as the game goes on.
Dubé Nickerson gonna shoot for 3, no good. Board picked up by Kenye. As he approaches here on that left side, he'll shoot for 2. He's good.
Pharrell Kenye, grade 12 player, one of the seniors on this FCA squad. He's a 3-year starter and known for his fast starts as well. He often gets out to a good scoring start at the beginning of quarters, and we see it now as FCA has the early lead. Ooh, ball bounces out as Caden Petens' attempt goes wide. Nice work by Dubé Nickerson. Try to keep it alive, but FCA takes over. Cayley over to McLeod. McLeod dribbling around, trying to get by Gillett-Sear. Looking inside for Kenye, but ball bounces off the foot of the defender. So FCA will maintain possession, but only 13 seconds on the shot clock. McLeod looking to put in. FCA working off the stack, and foul called as there's a push there by one of the FCA players. Looks like it's number 6, Luke Cayley, his first, team's first. Anderson to Caden Petens, back to Anderson. Gillett-Sear over to Caden Petens, who crossed the floor to the corner, shoots from mid-range, it's no good. Mateo Anana has the rebound. Here's Cayley now. Nice spin move getting by the defender, looking inside to McLeod. McLeod can't corral it, but keeps the ball in. Luke Cayley around the perimeter. And that bounces out. FCA does not score on that attempt. Defending champion John Caldwell Golden Knights still looking for their first points, but we are early in the quarter. Ooh, McLeod and Anderson there. Hands go awry, but McLeod shakes it off. Gillett-Sear inside to Cohen Petens. Petens shooting, and he's good for 2. Cohen Petens gets the scoring started for his John Caldwell Golden Knights. He is a defending NBIAA All-Star and will be a strong player.
Travel call on McLeod in the paint there. Unfortunate. We saw the travel call be deadly for the Huskies in the previous game, and now it might be deadly for the FCA Eagles.
Yeah, if you did miss the previous game, it was the other semifinal matchup as the hometown Harvey Lakers defeated the visiting Heartland Huskies. So the winner will go on to play against Harvey at 6 p.m. The loser here will have to face Heartland in an elimination game at 4.
Caden Petens throwing in. There's Cohen Petens. Anderson. Back over to Caden Petens. Over to Anderson. There's Cohen Petens on that left side. Hard pass over. He will lose the ball. There's Kenye picking that one up. Here he comes with speed in the paint. He will follow the ball. Grabbing that one. McLeod, nothing to come of it.
And that's great work by Mateo Onana, grade 10 student, but he did play Team NB over the summer. He will be a strong contributor for this FCA squad if they hope to advance at regionals right now.
Great passing there. Points being put in by number 8, Alex Gillette.
Ooh, almost stolen away. Good recovery by Onana.
Onana needs to bring the ball over. He will. Passing to Kenye. We'll hear a call.
Yeah, looks like an offensive foul potentially is referee Barrio. Oh no, yeah, that's interesting. Goes against number 1, but there is no number 1 on the court for either team.
John Caldwell starts fanning the fire, tying up the game. 3-pointer off Anderson. These teams are pretty closely matched, as we're seeing here. John Caldwell taking a little bit to get going, but now they're starting to already catch up. Only 4 minutes into this quarter, and we're tied once again.
Yeah, and I expect the 5 boys on the court, we will see a lot of them. It is basically season on the line here, so the starters will be playing a fair amount. Fouls could be a determining factor, as that foul is adjusted. It is indeed Kenye's first, team's second.
Emmett McLeod bringing it up for this FCA roster. He'll pass over. And the pass into Kenye. He'll draw a foul there.
Yeah, and this time it is the Golden Knights who are the guilty parties. I believe that's number 8, Alex Gillette-Sear, grade 12 student. Fairly heavy veteran squad, 4 of the 5 starters in grade 12. Caden Petens, the only one in grade 11 for the team from Grand Falls.
Kenye's first shot is good. Second one will hit the rim. Petens picks up that board. He brings the ball up on the right side. Slowing it down. Pass out to Anderson. Over to Bay Nickerson. Back over to Anderson. Pass into Caden Petens over to Cohen Petens. Cohen Petens in the paint. Gonna shoot for 2. No good. Gets his own board. And draws the end one. Deadly from under the net there.
Yep, first foul against Onana. And have to revise that. That looks like it's actually the team's 4th right now, as Cohen Petens makes the 3-point play.
Here's McLeod. Back over to Onana. Onana over to McLeod. Far shot. There's Robertson on the left side. Back over. Here's McLeod for 3. And he sinks it.
That's 2 threes already for Emmett McLeod, grade 10 student, but already a starter, and I believe he played significant minutes last season as well. This is an FCA squad who finished 3rd at last year's regionals and eventually fell in the sectional semifinal to these same Golden Knights, so looking for a bit of redemption here.
This FCA roster is a roster that took out the Lakers last year, so Lakers might be scared of them a little bit. And they've had some close games as well, so.
Yeah, a lot of good battles over the years between the Eagles and the Lakers in this gym. Some good battles against the Golden Knights as well, just not as many here. This is actually the first time the team from Grand Falls has made the trip up to the David McMullen Gymnasium this year. We're glad to see them.
They're kind of a nice shot there by Anderson, but it's no good. They're kind of a scary team here for the Lakers, as they were the previous winners, and we don't really see them much out here. So it's like, I wonder what John Paul is doing. There's a three-pointer. That's what they're doing. Petens.
Yeah, nice work by Caden Petens, number 5, as we mentioned. The only grade 11 to start for this John Caldwell squad, but he's been an important player for them for a number of years. This is a John Caldwell squad that has been to 3 consecutive trips to the Final 12 at Harbor Station. They did win for the first time last season and looking to build on that now.
Here the Golden Knights bringing the ball up. Petens into Cohen Petens. Nice seed to Gillette-Sear. First shot, no good. He almost gets booted, but McLeod rips it out of his hands, and he brings it up with speed. Slowing it down now. Pass over. Here's Robertson. Hits the rim. Board by Kenye. Kenye in the paint, gonna drive around. Shoot, and he makes 2.
Nice work by Kenye. Gets started with that 3-point attempt from Luke Robertson. Both the grade 12 students, the only 2 grade 12 starters for FCA. They've both been important players on this Eagle squad that just keeps getting better year after year. And you know that both Robertson and Kenye would love to end their high school career on a high note, as Coach Mike Beaulieu gets ready to sub a couple of players in.
Kenye grabs that board.
Contested though, as Petens came in with speed, almost knocked that away. Cohen Petens, we should specify.
Nana, pass into Kenye. McLeod picks that one up in the paint. He puts up 2.
Nice work there by Emmett McLeod, showing he's dangerous not only from beyond the arc, but also up in close. He's had a couple steals as well. Great first quarter for number 12 in the black jersey.
There's Luke Gailey on the right side for the FCA Eagles. Onana in the paint, gonna shoot for 2. He's good. Mateo Onana. Good by Nicholson. Petens. You hear a call there off the pass to Caden Petens.
Some subs now is Talon Stone and Kai Shin. Both grade 11 players are going to check into the game. Gillette-Sear and Dubé Nickerson both grabbing a breather. Fairly veteran squad here for Coach Mike Beaulieu's Golden Knights, although they do have 1 player in grade 7, youngest player at this tournament. Probably the youngest player to play single A senior ball this year in the province.
Shot up. No good by Anderson. Pass over. Nana draws the foul.
And I imagine we'll see a fair amount of those, as Onana, great aggressive player in the paint, draws the defenders to him, and if you don't get your hands up and feet set, you'll be sending him to the line more often than not. Substitution here is Kenye will grab a breather, and Ebuka Eziuakafor checks into the game.
Off the rim. Second shot, also off the rim. Cohen Petens picks up that board. As he tries to pass, and the steal by McLeod, he comes in. 2 points.
Emmett McLeod, 10 points already in this first quarter. Grade 10 players having the game of his career. And what better time to have it than this crucial sectional semifinal matchup.
Going all the
Pass just a little too much mustard there for Kai Shin. That hits the wooden walls of our gym. Heard that one up here in the skybox.
Here's McLeod. Passing over, there's Kaylee. Pass in, stole by Cohen Petens. Here he is.
Rare mental mistake. The double dribble there as Cohen Petens will grab a breather and Alex Gillette-Sear checks back into the game.
Here's McLeod. Going right by all the defenders and makes it out with 2 points. I have no idea. I could not see. Surrounded in a sea of gold. The blue shines through. 2 points there. Here's Petens. Pass over to Stone, over to Petens. Caden Petens. 3-point attempt, no good. That ball is picked up by Kaylee. Here's Luke Kaylee now on that right wing. Driving on the right side. Spin move. Shot up. And good. FCA having a quarter. That's for sure.
Yeah, points from 4 different players already. Paced by Emmett McLeod, 12 of the 23 Eagles points. They've opened up a 10-point lead on the defending champs.
Shot attempt up there by Shin, no good. Board will be picked up by the Golden Knights. Stone gets the and one. Callan Stone giving John Caldwell some points there, trying to catch up.
Yeah, nice to see the Golden Knights getting contributions from their depth players as well. As Stone coming off the bench and pretty much immediately making his presence known.
3-point play there for Stone. Nana will throw into McLeod. McLeod needs to shoot before the clock runs out. He'll get a shot off. Close. No dice though.
Yeah, even though he missed there, he's still getting huge props from his teammates as Eagles go into the break really celebrating. They are up 7 points right now against the defending champs. Great first quarter for Emmett McLeod and the FCA Eagles. On the Golden Knights side, Cohen Petens has 5 points to pace his squad, but still lots of time to go in this sectional semifinal matchup. The Harvey High Stream team would like to thank our premium sponsors, Bill Gammon, Black's Grocery and Café, Briggs and Little, David C.A. Williams Renovations, Dr. Dan Fletcher, XL Manufacturing, Harvey High Helpers, Harvey Insurance, Hundredfold Acre Puppies, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, Paul Equipment, your local Devilon and Bobcat Heavy Equipment dealer, RSEI Consultants Ltd, Scott Pierce at RE/MAX East Coast Elite Realty, and the Station House. Our sponsors help us to improve the viewing experience and get more students involved in these streams. We have multiple levels available and accept sponsorships from groups and individuals. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. And as we mentioned, lots on the line for these teams as we had the tournament bracket up there on the screen for a moment, but the winner here will be playing in the seeding matchup against Harvey at 6 p.m. and has a chance to host sectionals next weekend. The loser is not eliminated yet, but they do drop down to the non-winner bracket and will face elimination against a hungry Heartland Huskies squad who dropped a decision recently this morning to Harvey. So make sure you stay tuned. Those games happening, the elimination game happening at 4, the seeding game happening at 6. And even though that seeding game is not an elimination matchup, we highly recommend you check it out. For the past 2 years, it has been both a Harbor Station preview, with both the teams playing in the Southwest Regional Game 6, making it to Harbor Station. Not only that, but also the result. The winner of that game has been the winner of the championship game at Harbor Station as well.
Shot attempt by Shin. He's good. Golden Knights starting off pretty strong. McLeod bringing the ball up here.
Ooh, triple teams there.
Kenye back on. Pass over. McLeod inwards to Onana. Onana gonna shoot for 2. He puts up 2.
Great work by Mateo Onana there with the contested rebound. Strong player, as we mentioned. Played for Team NB over the summer and will be an important part of an FCA victory if that is indeed what we will see this afternoon.
Finding those threes, they're able to recover off of the missed shot by Shin, cycle it over. Caden Petens is able to put 3 in.
Kegney called on the block there as Caden Petens looked like he ran into a brick wall. Bounced off the defender there, and I guess Kegney's feet must not have been set. And John Caldwell off a couple of threes, roaring back to contest this game. It's down to a 1-possession game.
Anderson over to Petens. Here's Shin, he'll shoot another 3. He's good, tie game.
5 successful threes so far for the John Caldwell Golden Knights. That's what's keeping them in this game.
Kai Shin really dominating on that arc.
Yeah, so both the subs for John Caldwell having an impact on the score sheet here. So far, it's only 4 of the 5 starters for FCA who have recorded points.
Onana gonna create a jump ball there.
And looks like that's second foul to go against John Caldwell. Oh no, maybe that's just a jump ball. Check that.
Super close shot by Onana. He wasn't happy. He will fight for that board. Still fighting. And another jump ball created.
Yeah. Shin looking for the travel call, but it is just a jump ball. As Cohen Petens checks back into the game, Jelitsier grabbing a breather.
Anderson over to Petens. Over to Cohen Petens. Cohen Petens cycling over. There's Shin, another 3. That one's no good. Ezio Akafor going to pick up that board. Here's McLeod. Over to Ezio Akafor. He's looking for something.
Luke Robertson trying to drive in. He draws the foul. Robertson, a noted 3-point shooter, but trying to do some damage in close as well. It's like second foul against Isaac Anderson. Team second as well this quarter.
Here's the second shot. It's good.
Robertson, 5th FCA player to score. All 5 of their starters have recorded points so far.
Caden Petens bringing the ball up here for the Golden Knights. Passing over to Cohen Petens. Cohen going to shoot for 3. Off the rim. Board picked up by Onana. Kaylee going to shoot for 3, no good.
It's a long 3 attempt.
Fighting for the board. We'll see a call there.
Yeah, John Caldwell certainly keeping referees Joey Dross and Al Barrio busy this quarter.
As you go, Akafor sent to the line. Super close, but no good. That one's clean.
FCA 3 for 8 from the line so far. John Caldwell a perfect 2 and 2.
Shin. Dubé Nickerson tries to grab that, but he can't. Coming in over to Ezio Akafor. He tries to put it up. Board's picked up. Dubé Nickerson over to Cohen Petens. Cohen Petens going to shoot for 2 off the rim. That board can go anywhere, and it will almost go out of bounds, but Onana can recover it. slowing it down. Pass over to McLeod. McLeod over to Robertson. Here's Robertson on the right side now. Making his way to the paint. He'll shoot for two. Nice block there by Caden Petens. As they're still fighting for it. Cohen Petens makes out with the ball. Front and center. He'll drive in. He'll put up two. Check that block was Gillette Sear.
Yeah, they got pretty similar haircuts. I've questioned that as well.
Ezio Iacofor are going to try to shoot for two. Pass over. Sear off to Caden Petens. Board grab by Onana. Over to Kaylee. Kaylee going to slow down on that left side. Pass in. Ezio Iacofor. Back over. Kaylee. And we'll see. Caden Petens draw the foul.
Yeah, trying to drive through the block there. Ezio Iacofor, I don't think he agrees with the call there. Hard one to make, but referees Dross and Barrio do have the best view of what's going on, so that is the second foul for Abuka Ezio Iacofor, only the team's second in this quarter.
Timeout called Eagles, as the Golden Knights have really came out swinging this quarter.
Yeah, it's those three-point shots. I think one of them was revised later as only a long two, but I've got at least 4 3-point shots noted down for the John Caldwell Golden Knights. FCA can shoot threes with the best of them, but so far it's only Emmett McLeod who's really taken more than one attempt and actually made a couple as well. He had a great first quarter, but they've been able to neutralize him so far in the second. I think John Caldwell's made some defensive adjustments, and they seem to be working out.
For sure, those 3 points is definitely what's keeping the Golden Knights right around the Eagles in points here. And that might end up being the decider here. Super close first 15 minutes, or 14 minutes rather.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be pretty similar to their previous matchup on December 21st, where it was only a 2-point victory. So looking forward to another close game here. Just take a moment to shout out the minor officials as well. Big thanks to Ali Sirwa, working the the in-house scoreboard. Violet McDonald on the 24-second shot clock, and Thomas Williams on the score sheet. Big thanks to our officials as well, Joey Dross and Al Barrio, doing the back-to-back games here. It's like the same 5 out there for FCA, and indeed the same 5 for John Caldwell as well, coming out of the timeout.
As play starts here, Cohen Petens. Back over to Caden Petens, over to Cohen Petens. Dubé Nickerson, pass in to Gillette Sear, no good, interrupted. Onana picks that one up. Here's Luke Cayley on the right wing now. Cayley passing, Ezio Iacofor. Far chuck, Robertson, no defender. Super close three, but no good. That board's picked up by Cohen Petens. He approaches on the right side. Over to Caden Petens, he'll shoot a three. Super close once again, and out of bounds.
Yeah. Tough break for these shooters as we're getting some good looks from beyond the arc, just not falling in yet.
Cohen Petens over to Caden Petens. That one goes. Not sure if that was a 3 or a 2.
Yeah, I think I saw referee Barrio showing 3, and it is indeed now 29-27. So 3 points on the board for now. Close to the line.
Take the lead. Looking for a response here. Robertson gonna lose the ball. Here's Caden Petens coming in with speed. Gonna find Cohen Petens. His shot's no good, but he gets his board. Gonna get a second one up. Trying to get that board. He's gonna be able to tip it out, but it will go to Emmett McLeod. He'll pass over to Robertson. Robertson now on the offense for the Eagles. He'll slow it down. Tight defense by Gillette Sear. He will find the pass to Ezio Iacofor. Over to McLeod. McLeod cutting right into the paint. On that right side, gonna shoot. Resetting that shot clock. The board will go to John Caldwell. Here up on the right side now, Caden Petens. Over to Shin. Shin gonna shoot for 3, no good. That board's picked up by Dubé Nickerson. His rebound shot attempts no good. And the ball will be shuffled over to Luke Cayley as he comes up on the right side for the Eagles. Pass into Evan McLeod. His shot's no good. Board by Onana. There you are. 2 more points for the Eagles as they tie the game.
Substitution here is Talon Stone. Checks back into the game. Had a couple points from the floor and added another from the foul line. So look to him to provide some good depth scoring.
Going Petens with the ball on that left side. Far pass to Caden Petens. He'll shoot for 3. He's good! What a way to open up the defense there.
Third successful three-point shot from Caden Petens. 6th for their team.
Nana in the paint. He'll put up 2 points as a response. Keeping this game as close as it can be.
Onana double digits already. He's kind of picked off where Emmett McLeod left off. McLeod had a great first quarter, and now it's Onana with 4 points, or 6 points rather, already in the quarter. Looking for more.
Pass over, Shin for 3. Will draw the foul from the three-point line, I think, there.
Yeah, that's right. The rare 3 foul shots now, as we'll wait to see who that foul goes against, but it is against the Eagles, team's 3rd. Shin's first attempts from the line.
Super close. We're still waiting for the foul call there.
Disappointing, as seems like someone in the stands is trying to make some noise, throw the player off.
He'll get one of those. Not sure exactly what happened there. Might have been a step.
Yep, looks like a full court press here from the Golden Knights.
Shot up by Robertson. Bang!
Finally gets paid off for the 3-point attempts he's been trying all game.
Eagles take the lead. Peyton will lose the ball and the drive in there.
Oh!
Pass it a little bit too quick there. Onana can't get his hands off the pass from Luke Cayley, and it will go out of bounds.
Tough break, as Eagles had a 2-on-1 there, and timeout called now by Coach Mike Beaulieu of the John Caldwell Golden Knights. And assistant coach Devontae Campbell just checking a few things over with the referee. It did look like Beaulieu was unhappy with something that went on just after Shin's foul shots. Not sure if it was the folks in the stands making noise. I'd be pretty upset about that if I were the coach. That is disappointing, especially at the high school level. Like, yeah.
Eagles regain the lead there. There was a brief moment where the Knights took the lead, and now the Eagles have taken it back. So it's really back and forth here.
Yeah, great close matchup here between two very familiar foes in the Western Conference. Western Conference, a very strong division here at the single A level. It's all 3 of their teams who came to regionals have advanced so far. Harvey, the lone South representative, although they have already punched their tickets to sectionals. So Harvey doing pretty well as well. On the eastern side right now, there are a couple games going on in Dalhousie. It is Dalhousie versus Belle Isle. That game happened at 10. We'll try to get the results for you at halftime if they are available. Going on right now, it's Petitcodiac against Blackville. So one of those 4 teams will be traveling here for sectionals next weekend. One of the teams here will be meeting 2 of them, as Robertson sprawling out. Looks like he was trying to make a soccer slide tackle there for the ball.
And it kind of will just be a reset, and so we'll start. Caden Petens must be happy about that, as he almost lost the ball there. As he'll cycle it around to Shin. Another 3-point attempt from him.
Ooh.
Off the rim. Robertson. Over to Luke Cayley. Cycle around. We will hear a call.
Hold called against, looks like Talon Stone away from the play. Rough foul to take. That's the 4th against the Golden Knights.
As the throw in. Robertson quickly passing to Onana as he makes his way into the paint. His shot will result in a foul.
And it was a shooting foul regardless, but it does send the Eagles into bonus. Second foul called against Alex Gillette-Sear, team's 5th. As we'll get a substitution here. Michael Uwabe, grade 10 student, will check into the game. And Dubé Nickerson as well. Looks like Stone's grabbing a breather as well. First shot rims out for Mateo Onana. He's now 0 for 3 from the line this afternoon.
A lot of nerves in this game, that's for sure. McLeod almost can result in 2 points, but Petens makes out with the ball. And the steal!
Great fight from McLeod. Hustle back.
Onana has to pick that one up after he loses it. And ends up back in Golden Knights possession after a lot of back and forth there. Here's Shin. Over. Petens. Over to Dubé Nickerson. He'll shoot for 3. It's over. Luke Cayley grabs that one. Over to McLeod. Back over to Luke Cayley. Luke Cayley driving in, looking to shoot for 2. Hits the rim. Fighting for the ball there. Luke Cayley. McLeod. Hits the rim. Onana's pass to Ezio Okafor is out of bounds.
Tough break, and McLeod's going to head to the bench. Great fight from Emmett McLeod. Hustling back on defense, creating steals, making chances. He's checking his face as he hit the ground pretty hard. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And Jesse Vance will take his place on the court.
Nice shot there by Shin, giving the Golden Knights the lead again. He's been sinking those threes.
Yeah, his 3rd three-point shot. His teammate Caden Petens also with 3 three-pointers. Isaac Anderson adding another. 21 of the Golden Knights' 35 points coming from beyond the arc. 22 really if you count Shin's foul shot, because that was initially from beyond the arc as well. There's another foul here. Says it's against number 3, but Gabriel Beck not on the court. So I believe that was actually against number 33, Kai Shin. His first shot from Nana is out.
It's going against Petens, Cohen Petens.
Ah, okay. 23.
That one bounces out. Boards picked up by Evan Dubé Nickerson. Here's Cohen Petens. He's going to try to sink a 3. Bang!
Great work. That'll put Cohen Petens up to double digits for the first half. 3rd Eagle player to hit double digits. Or Golden Knight, rather.
There's Shin. Over to Caden Petens. Back over to Shin. He'll shoot for 2. Bang!
Gosh, Shin, 12 points there from a bench player for the Golden Knights. Grade 11 student. And Coach Mike Beaulieu's got to love that from his depth players.
Out of bounds there. Stack play here. Looking for the throw in. Nice C there to kind of just chuck it and hope that Robertson can get there, and he can. He'll see the opportunity to shoot a 3. It's no good though. Board scooped up by the Golden Knights. Petens with speed coming in, gonna chuck a 3. He's good. Wow. The brakes on him to stop that quickly and shoot that 3.
Both Petens brothers now just driving in and pulling up, shooting the quick 3. That's 6 quick points for the Eagles.
I'm not sure. I have a feeling that maybe Petens thought it was about the quarter was about to end. He shot that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I would like to mention, last time I'm pretty sure we saw the Golden Knights in this gymnasium was against the winners of Double A, those being the Fundy Mariners, and they won that game, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was back at the Maritime Invitational Tournament last season. Yeah, it has been a while since we've seen them.
And that goes to show how deadly that team is if they can beat the Double A winners.
Yeah.
In Single A. Maybe they could have, they'd be playing up a league. In that game, Cohen Petens was really the leading factor. He dropped, I think, 30 on Fundy. So definitely a name to look out. But we're seeing some diverse scoring in Kai Shin, a non-starter player, just knocking back threes as the Petens brothers start to warm up and start to also build up some threes.
Yeah.
We're going to run our ad and then our halftime, and we'll be back with you right before the third quarter.
Harvey takes the lead with 9 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet. Luke with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Now 5, 4, 3. He goes in. Ryan down. Shot up.
Dad, I think it's time I get my own house.
The Harvey High Stream team would like to thank our premium sponsors, Bill Gammon, Black's Grocery and Café, Briggs and Little, David C.A. Williams Renovations, Dr. Dan Fletcher, Excel Manufacturing, Harvey High Helpers, Harvey Insurance, Hundredfold Acre Puppies, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, Paul Equipment, your local Devlon and Bobcat heavy equipment dealer, RSEI Consultants Ltd, Scott Pierce at Remax, East Coast Elite Realty, and the Station House. Our sponsors help us to improve the viewing experience and get more students involved in these streams. We have multiple levels available and accept sponsorships from groups and individuals. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. And I should shout out as well all the folks working up here behind the scenes to make the stream possible. Big thanks to Caleb Brewer at the console position, swapping through all the graphics and camera angles. Those camera angles are brought to you by Adeline Albert, working up here on the skybox. She's doing double duty, camera 1 and camera 3. Down at court level, it is Hunter Kaluski working camera 2. Big thanks as well to Michael Breed working the on-stream scoreboard, making sure we're up to date. Thanks as well to those minor officials, Ali Sierwa, Violet McDonald, and Thomas William down there at the Don Fletcher minor officiating booth.
And as you're seeing now, our bracket is up for the tournament, as we see that Harvey has punched their ticket to the finals. A close game against Heartland. Well, I think it would have been closer if they had their full starting roster, but as we mentioned, Rideout was missing from that game as he's had some other things to attend to.
Big congratulations and good luck to Tovi Rideout. He's at Volleyball Canada tryouts right now, so hoping he can represent
We're
New
the
Brunswick
excuse.
there. Yeah, definitely.
But Heartland still played a pretty good game, but the Lakers did get a pretty decisive win there, and the winner of this game will have to play the Lakers for the right to host sectionals.
Sectionals happening next weekend on Friday, February 14th. The 2 and 3 seeds will face off. And then on Saturday, February 15th, you will have the semifinals for the right to go to Harbor Station, as the winners from Friday night will play against the hosts. The other regional tournament going on right now in Dalhousie up north. Dalhousie played against Belle Isle this morning. Petitcodiac versus Blackville is happening right now. We don't have scores of those games for you. As that looks like the second foul against Onana. John Caldwell got into a little foul trouble at the end of the second quarter. But certainly something you want to watch out for with both of these teams. If any of the crucial starters were to get fouled out, that could be a deciding factor in this game.
On the right, Petens over to Anderson. Into the paint. Over to Dubé Nickerson.
Nice no-look pass there over to Dubé Nickerson. Unable to finish, but some good ball movement by the Golden Knights. They commit their first foul of the quarter, second against Cohen Petens, team's first. Pharrell Kenya goes to the line. He's 1 for 2 right now. Make that 2 for 3. Picks up his 6th point of the game. Looking for another now, and he's good. Shooting 75% from the line so far. FCA Eagles as a team not doing quite so well.
Petens cycling over to Gillette Sear. The pass in. And Petens starts to go up there.
Yeah, Kegne from the hero at the foul line just a moment ago, and now he collects his 3rd foul. So that's a tough break. We'll keep an eye on his usage as Coach Scott Robertson may need to make some adjustments. Cohen Petens sinks that. He's a perfect 2 for 2 from the line.
Definitely one of the deadliest shooters we've seen from this Golden Knight squad. Yes, he'll go 2 for 2, 3 for 3 overall. Here comes McLeod to the right there. To Luke Cayley. Cayley on that right side. He'll shoot a jumper. Onana picks up the board and makes it 2 points. Eagles staying close. 5-point lead for the Knights now, but
Yeah, this game has gone back and forth. At the end of one, it was FCA up by 7. At the end of two, it was John Caldwell up by 7. So really, it could be anyone's game. John Caldwell has the lead for now, but lots of basketball left to play.
Robertson playing slow on that right side, looking for the pass. I mean, over and back call from McLeod.
Yeah, good hustle back to avoid the fast break as Caden Petens was right there. McLeod had to touch up to make sure he weren't surrendering anything too quickly.
Owen Petens over to Anderson. Anderson finds Caden Petens on that left side. He's in the paint. Get a pass off to Cohen Petens. Cohen Petens on the right side over to Dubé Nickerson. He'll shoot for 3.
Evan Dubé Nickerson, the 5th John Caldwell player to score from beyond the arc. Three's making a huge difference right now for the team from Grand Falls.
Guilty of another foul.
And that's the 4th against Pharrell Kenye, and as expected, Scott Robertson's going to sub him out. Tough break as Kenye, grade 12 player, very strong starter for this FCA squad. Oh, McLeod goes down in some pain. Seems to be holding his shin or his knee. And that's another big loss for Scott Robertson's squad. He gets off on his own power. Definitely walking in some difficulty. He had hit the bench earlier, holding his head in the second quarter.
Having a rough go.
Yeah, McLeod plays a game with a lot of heart out there. But unfortunately, those injuries can start to pile up. Hoping he's okay, and we'll see him again soon. Jesse Vance takes his place on the court.
Fumbled the ball out of bounds.
Tough break as he made a good recovery there to get the rebound, but slid just out of bounds with the ball in his possession. Couldn't get it to a teammate fast enough.
Here's Petens. Over to Cohen Petens. Cycle it over to Anderson. There's Anderson with the ball. Pass in. Dubé Nickerson. 2 more points. 10-point lead now for the Knights. Robertson quick to respond.
Yeah, a couple of grade 12 players going back and forth here. As you know, this game means a lot to those seniors.
Vance picking up that board. Off the Caden Petens shot. Over to Kaylee. Into Onana. Onana shoot for 2. Golden's going to try to shut down whatever Eagles are starting to get going with the timeout call.
Yeah, Coach Mike Beaulieu with his assistants Devontae Campbell and Chris Petens going to go over some things and hopefully stop the Eagles' momentum. On the Eagles side, Coach Scott Robertson, along with his assistants Jeremy McLeod and Jeff McMullen, going over some details. And yeah, good matchup so far. As we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, these teams have met 3 times this season. At a season opening tournament, John Caldwell defeated FCA by a score of 74-61. And then twice in league play, John Caldwell carried both matchups. They won by 30 points at home on December 10th, but only by 2 points against FCA in their most recent matchup. That was on December 21st in Fredericton. So the game got closer and closer. And a 2-point matchup seems a lot closer to what we're seeing here than a 30-point matchup. And the Knights come back onto the court. It will be Caden Petens, Cohen Petens, Isaac Anderson, Alex Gillette-Sear, and Evan Dubé Nickerson. All 4 of their grade 12 players on the court and starting for the team out of Grand Falls. They are the defending single A champions for senior boys. They've been to Harbor Station all 3 of the past seasons and looking very much like a championship team here. The Eagles, an up-and-coming squad for the past couple years in the Western Division. They keep getting better and better. They were one of the Final Four teams last year, falling to these John Caldwell Golden Knights up in Grand Falls at the sectional final last season. And they would love some revenge right now and to punch their ticket to sectionals for the second year in a row.
Shot attempt up by Cohen Petens off the rim. Board will go to Ezio Akafor for the Eagles. On their right side now, Robertson. Coming all the way around, passed out to Luke Cayley. He'll shoot for 3. No good. Board picked up by Gillette Steer. Over to Jube Nickerson. Cohen Petens, or Caden Petens. Caden Petens tries to open up some opportunities. An opportunity will be a 3-pointer by Gillette Steer. No good, but Petens is able to get the board there. Over to Cohen Petens. Anderson going to shoot for 3. Off the rim. That board picked up by Ezio Akafor. Luke Cayley. Over to Robertson. Robertson playing slow there. Shot attempt up, no good. And a misplay there.
And a couple of players getting ready to sub in here is Talon Stone and Kai Shin, both checking back into the game. Both had some decent points from off the bench, but especially Kai Shin. 3 3-pointers made by number 33 in the gold jersey. Here he is with the ball again.
Petens takes the fall there.
Ball comes to FCA now for an offensive chance. They've done well to stop the Golden Knights on the past few attacks. Now they need to put some points on the board in return.
Vance over to Onana. Over to Cayley. As the players start falling.
Yeah. Referee Barrios saw some players on the ground making the jump ball call. Yeah, both teams playing with a lot of intensity. You wouldn't want anyone getting hurt off a play like that.
And a steal by Onana as he comes in. He'll try to put up 2. Get a lot of height there, but as you ask for, has to get the rebound. Onana once again with the ball. He'll shoot. That time he can make it happen. Good recovery by the Eagles there.
Yeah, great second and third attempt after the steal and layup didn't quite go according to plan. Ezio Akafor was there to keep the ball alive, and Onana finally finishing his own play. And now another steal.
Luke Cayley's shot goes over. Onana picks up that board. He'll shoot for 2. Looks like he draws the foul, and the Eagles are definitely not out of this one. They're catching up.
Yeah, great driving play by Onana. Still looking for his first points from the line. He's 0 for 6 right now. But you got to imagine a strong shooter like Onana, it's only a matter of time before they start going in.
There you go. Commentator's blessing.
Yeah, whatever the opposite of the commentator's curse is. There you go. And now a one-possession game.
Hey. 2 for 2.
Improves to 25% from the line.
Cohen Petens going to shoot for 2. It's bouncing off as Ezio Akafor picks up that board. Up to Luke Cayley. He brings that on the right side. Pass over. There's Onana. Over to Vance. Vance on that left wing. Tight defense. We'll find Luke Cayley once again. Pass over. Robertson. They need to shoot here. It'll be Luke Cayley. No good. Onana picks that one up. He puts it up. Tie game.
Great patience from Mateo Onana. He's up to 20 points right now, leading scorer for both sides. And most of that coming from the floor within about 5 feet of the net. He's been lethal on those second and third chances.
by the Golden Knights as they'll take back over the lead. Gillette Sear putting in 2. Here's Vance for 3. He's good.
Nice work by Jesse Vance from the corner, left all alone, and it was a good see by his teammate Luke Robertson getting the ball up to him. Some points from off the benches. FCA without 2 starters for this quarter. Emmett McLeod going down to injury, and Pharrell Kenye with 4 fouls. But FCA Eagles showing their depth can hang with this strong John Caldwell squad.
Good there. Board picked up by Stone.
And Isaac Anderson a little slow to get up there. Looked like he was holding a knee. I don't know if he just needs a breather. He does get up off his own power. He's shuffling a little bit. But now with the ball, he seems to be doing okay. So might have just gotten shook up a little bit. 1-point game here. As the grade 12 player, you can tell he wants to be out there on the court battling. And Kaylee, guilty of the infraction. Oh. No. No, check that. It looks like it might be going against, Isaac Anderson, his 3rd. So a bit of confusion there. But Luke Cayley goes to the line.
Not exactly sure what happened there. I was trying to fix our scoreboard up here, but the shot will bounce. Might have been was it a technical by chance? I saw him talking to the coach there.
Yeah, must have been. Cayley was defending Anderson. They seem to be talking now. And John Caldwell sets up in the box. Although they're just getting some things figured out on the scoreboard. Big thanks again to those minor officials, Ali Sirwa, Violet McDonald, and Thomas Williams. The games cannot happen without minor officials who give up their time to work these games. A big contingent of parents and supporters who made the trip from Grand Falls, liking that play by Gillette Sear, ripping the ball away. And I believe this is the 5th foul going against the Eagles rather. It is Luke Robertson's first, but his team's 5th, sending the Gold Knights into bonus.
Caden Peaton's first shot's up. Rolls right in. Tied game.
Yeah, so Peaton's perfect 1-for-1 from the line.
Deadly shooter from the 3-point line, so you got to imagine he would sink both of those.
Yeah, Golden Knights doing very well from the line. They're 7 for 9 as a team. FCA hovering a bit closer to 50%. Oh, tough break as Okafor keeping that ball in play, but goes right to his opponent.
Stone out to Peatons. Peatons cycle it over. Anderson all the way to the left side. Caden Peatons here. Pass out to the left here. Will make it Sam to Anderson. Anderson over. Cohen Peaton's going to shoot for 3. It's going to come up short. Board picked up by Ezio Okafor.
Yeah, and good work by Ezio Okafor. It was him who got a hand in the passing lane and disrupted the pass to Cohen Peatons, making sure he didn't get an ideal shot off.
Van's going to shoot another 3. Super close, but no dice. We'll reset the shot clock. We'll be out of bounds. Eagles keeping possession here.
Setting up in the box is FCA. Gets some motion here.
Ezio Okafor.
It
goes in.
Yeah. Teasing us a bit, but Abuka Ezio Okafor scoring his first points from the floor to go along with his successful foul shot.
And the pass from Peatons is out of bounds, and the Eagles looking way better than they were a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I think the losses of Kenye and McLeod kind of stunned them for a bit, but they've recovered well. And players like Ezio Okafor and Vance stepping up in the absence of their starters. Both players in grade 10. This is a fairly young FCA squad. Apart from Robertson and Kenye in grade 12, most of their main contributors are in grade 10.
starter players for the Eagles are very deadly. They're performing very well against the starters here. Aiden Petens. Pass is out of bounds.
No look pass for who? I mean, you've got to assume that two guys named Petens from Grand Falls are probably related.
I think they're brothers. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
pass up to his older brother there. Yeah, well, Caden Petens in grade 11, Cohen Petens in grade 12. I think it's a fair assumption.
Nana draws the foul once again.
It's his 5th trip to the line.
Drawing so many fouls against the Golden Knights here.
Yep, that's the 3rd for Alex Gillett-Sear.
We might have some foul trouble for both these teams here.
First shot bounces out. So Nana now 2 for 9 from the line.
Also bounces out. But the board does go to FCA. Off Vance. Robertson breaks the ground. Pass into Onana. Onana's going to shoot. He's good. There, he gets it. He gets his 2 points after all.
Yeah, nice way to turn that missed foul shot into a success either way. And it's the Eagles with the slim lead now as these teams just keep going back and forth.
Not a lot of time left in this quarter.
Coach Scott Robertson telling his squad, 1 shot.
Three-point attempt. Hey! What a shot!
Luke Robertson beating the buzzer here. And after a 7-point lead for the Eagles in quarter 1, a 7-point lead for the Golden Knights in quarter 2, it is a 6-point lead now for the Eagles again as these teams just keep going back and forth. What a great matchup here in the David McMullen Gymnasium. Certainly worthy of a regional semifinal. We remind you that the winner here will officially punch their ticket to sectionals and play for the right to host at 6 p.m. So a lot on the line for these two teams. The loser will face elimination against a tough Heartland Husky squad.
Now let's talk about going back and forth. 7-point lead for FCA in the first quarter. 7-point lead for John Call in the second quarter. 6-point lead for FCA in the third quarter.
Yeah, just no lead is safe here. It's almost like a CFL game out there. As referee Al Barrio and his partner Joey Dross doing a good job calling the game. They are staying busy as we already have Pharrell Kenye with 4 fouls on the Eagles side. 3 fouls for both Alex Gillett-Sear and Isaac Anderson on the Golden Knights side. Referee Barrio telling the kids to get off the court. I expect we'll hear the buzzer soon. As Coach Mike Beaulieu's squad looks ready to jump back on. And it will be interesting to see how bench management plays into this game. Both teams getting some good contributions from a couple of depth pieces. Number 33, Kai Shin on the Golden Knights. Keep an eye on him. He is going to start this quarter. 3 3-point shots already to go along with a couple from the floor and 1 from the foul line. On the Golden Knights side, McLeod is still out, as is Kenye. They are managing his minutes carefully with only 4 fouls. They'll want him available for the last couple minutes, which unfortunately means holding him in reserve. It is the same 5 out there. Vance, Eziakafor, Kaylee Robertson, and Onana.
This roster for FCA that they have going has been deadly. Regardless of who's a starter or not, this is what's working, and that's what they're going to keep playing. And having those 2 players in the back pocket is going to be really good.
Ooh, nice fake there by Kaylee, but guilty of the travel, just didn't pull off the move.
Good play nonetheless. Anderson. Over to Gillett-Sear. Over to Shin. Shin in the paint, going to shoot for 2. 2 points for the Golden Knights.
strong defensive play here from John Caldwell. Not allowing anything even close to the paint. FCA do have some dangerous three-point shooters, as we saw Robertson beating the buzzer there, but not quite as prolific as John Caldwell, rather.
FCA taking possession here.
It's the 4th foul against number 8, Alex Gillette-Sear.
There's Ackerforth throwing in.
And he will head to the bench as Talon Stone checks in. So both teams already getting into some foul trouble, and that will affect the usage of their starters. Oh, great diving play. Nice work by Anderson, who got a little banged up in the 3rd quarter. Glad to see he's back out there making big plays.
3-point attempt by Anderson. Hurts his foot on the way down, it seems. Petens finding his way back to Anderson. Anderson goes in this time. Falls once again. No good. As Ackerforth bringing that one down. Over to Kaylee. Here's Vance. That 3 hits the rim. Petens picks up that board. Anderson communicating to his team. 8-second violation. What an unfortunate call for him.
Well, good eye there by referee Barrio is good news for fans of the Eagles. Emmett McLeod is back into the game. McLeod had 12 points in the 1st quarter off a couple of threes and 6 from the floor. Hasn't scored since then, got a little banged up in both the 2nd and the 3rd, but is an important starter, even though he's only in grade 10. Good to see number 12 out there in the black jersey. And Onana called on the charge there. That'll be his 3rd, team's 1st of the quarter. Both teams at just 1 foul right now, but a lot of players with 3 or 4 to their names.
Anderson bringing the ball up for the Golden Knights on that right side. Pass over. There's Stone over to Shin. Shin cycling over to Anderson. Here's Anderson. Passing over back over to Shin. Shin going to shoot for 2. He's good. McLeod on that right side.
Kai Shin actually tied for leading scorer for his team along with Caden Petens.
There for the Eagles. Trying to keep their lead as Anderson comes in on the right side. Gonna pass out here. Stone over to Cohen Petens. He's gonna try to knock down a 3 off the rim. McLeod coming in on that right side. He'll shoot for 2. He'll roll out. That board being fought for. As we draw a foul there.
And looks like the 3rd foul against Talon Stone, sending Luke Robertson the line. He's 1 for 2 so far.
That one's good.
And that puts Luke Robertson in double digits. Grade 12 student. One of only 2 senior starters for this FCA squad. They have a few bench players in grade 12, but a lot of their contributors in grade 10. Onana, Eziakafor, McLeod, Kaylee, all out there. They are young.
Petens bring the ball up, gonna shoot a 3. He's in.
And Caden Petens doing great work, closing the gap there for his squad, just pulling up. That's his 5th 3 of the night. Dangerous player from anywhere on the court, but especially beyond the arc.
Jump ball created there by McLeod.
And these teams very familiar with each other. Don't see too many of them helping each other up. After that, his timeout is called by Mike Beaulieu, his 2nd timeout of the 2nd half. Man, this is a great matchup back and forth. It's exactly what you want at a playoff game at the senior boys level.
And the winner of this team was got to play against Harvey Lakers. And they've also gone back and forth a lot in previous FCA. was able to get a few wins from, or at least a win off the Lakers, and then a few losses. And this John Caldwell's team played once against the RBI Lakers, and that was a win for the Lakers, but that was really early in the season, so that really doesn't tell us much.
Yeah,
and,
it'll be starting fresh, and no matter which team advances, there will be some good matchups this afternoon as well.
Yeah.
You're going to want to make sure you tune in at 4 for the elimination game and at 6 for the seeding game and potential Harbor Station preview. As we mentioned the past 2 years, Game 6 of the Southwest Regionals has been a preview of the Harbor Station matchup. We got to imagine some of our listeners here are fans not only of senior boys basketball, but senior girls basketball as well. Unfortunately, we don't have too many updates for you, but going on right now in Perth Andover are the Southwest Single A Senior Girls Regionals. Earlier this morning at 10 a.m., the John Caldwell Senior Girls faced off against the host Southern Victoria Vikings. Winner of that would have punched their ticket to the senior girls sectionals. And currently, the FCA girls are playing against the number 1 seed in the South, our very own hometown Harvey Lakers. So, listeners, I'm sure, interested in those stakes as well.
Here comes McLeod on the right side. Gonna find the pass to Robertson. Robertson with the screen from Kenye. Will pass to Kenye. Kenye will drive in for 2. Will fall. Will draw foul, though.
Drive from Kenye. Good to see him back out there on the court as well. He does have 4 fouls, but you're at that time where you got to put it all out there.
Looks like he hurt his foot.
Yeah, literally leaving it all out there on the court, as he is currently 3 for 4 from the line. First shot bounces out.
Both of them will bounce out. Owen Petens picks up that. Forward. Over to Stone. Cycle over to Anderson. Anderson communicating to his team. Trying to find an opportunity here. Back over to Petens. Owen Petens to Caden Petens. Caden Petens with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna drive it on that right side. Gonna shoot for 2. We'll draw the foul.
Looks like this foul is Luke Robertson's second, his team's second, sending Caden Petens to the line. Caden Petens, a perfect 2 for 2. And a very clean 3 for 3 now. Caden Petens is the leading scorer for the John Caldwell Golden Knights this afternoon.
Won't tie the game up, but we'll get one of those. As here comes Luke Cayley on the right side for the FCA Eagles. Over to Onana. Onana making his way into the paint on the left side. Robertson. 3's going to hit the rim. That board's picked up by Kenye. Kenye going to shoot for 2. He's good.
Kenye just battling down there in the paint. He's got a lot of energy after having sat for most of the third quarter, but laying it all out there on the court, as are most of these players. This is the most crucial game of their season thus far.
Caden Petens over to Cohen Petens. Will be blocked, but the board will go to Stone. His first shot's no good. Really trying to make sure he doesn't get a second shot, but he will be able to fork it out to Shin. And the shot clock violation.
It's lucky, and I think no one's happier that that shot clock ran down than number 3, Luke Robertson. Made a beautiful play to try to keep the ball inbounds, but passed it directly to Talon Stone under the net, who was wearing the other colored jersey. That's why those plays are always risky, trying to keep it inbounds. You never know who's going to end up with the ball.
Here's Robertson for 3.
Third successful 3 for the grade 12 student wearing number 3 in the black jersey. He's been a strong contributor for a number of years for this FCA squad, has seen them through kind of their growth period, and now here they are ready to compete for a banner. He's trying to get them there.
Stone passing over. Gillette's here. McLeod.
McLeod goes down hard and helped up by Isaac Anderson, which of course you do love to see. And Stone will go to the bench. I believe it's Gillette Sear who has 4 fouls himself, checking back into the game. But he's a grade 12 starting player.
I think it was Cone Peaton stepping on. Gillette Sear just
check
stepped on
that.
one play
Okay.
before.
Oh, good catch.
Pretty sure. Hopefully I'm right after corrected you.
Again, there's a lot of guys on this team with similar haircuts, so it's hard to tell, but I think you are right.
Anderson on the foul line, gonna pass out to Shin. Picks up that board over to Onana, over to Robertson. He'll lose the ball.
And I think that's Kai Shin, the guilty party there. And yep, indeed it is his second, but the team's 4th. So with almost 4 minutes left in the quarter, the Golden Knights on the verge of sending the Eagles into bonus. They're just adjusting the shot clock here. Yep, there it is, 21 seconds as FCA setting up out of the box, but misfire there. And it was tipped by the defender. And then McLeod helping out with the call there.
There's Luke Cayley into the paint. Onana picks up that board. He'll shoot for 2. There's Cone Peaton's picking up that board.
It's a great athletic play by Onana. Tipped his rebound to himself, managing to keep it in and got the second attempt.
Nice step back by Anderson, but nothing comes of it as it goes out of bounds.
6-point lead for the Eagles here. If they can hold on, this will be their first victory against the Golden Knights this season.
And it's when it counts, for sure.
Kenya calling for some support is John Caldwell in a very aggressive full-court press here, but the Eagles do break it.
Kenya draws the foul on the drive.
I believe that's Cohen Peaton's his 3rd. But it is the team's 5th, so this again sends the Eagles into bonus. Pharrell Kenye goes to the line. He's 50% right now, 3 for 6.
First one will bounce out. That one's good.
So maintaining that 50% mark.
Shot up by Shin. He's good for 2.
Kai Shin, 18 points for the grade 11 student, wearing number 33. He's having a great game. Not one of the 5 starters this game, but maybe he should be.
3-point attempts, no good off Robertson. Board will go to the Golden Knights. Caden Peatons bring the ball up. Will lose it. Onana gets his hands on it. He's coming in. Crossover, gonna shoot for 2.
And guilty of the charge there. Caden Peatons, he's taken a few charges this game, and that's the 4th foul against Mateo Onana. If the Eagles were to lose him, even if it's just for the final minute or so, that would be a huge loss for Coach Scott Robertson's squad. 3 fouls for the Eagles this quarter.
And Peatons. Inwards. Anderson passing to the left. Shin for 3. He's good.
Kai Shin, 21 points so far this game.
Super close shot there for the Eagles, but Peatons makes away with it.
And I think that's going to be 5th foul against number 11, Pharrell Kenye. It is indeed. So that will unfortunately be the end of Kenye's night, or afternoon rather. Finishes with 10 points, 6 from the floor, 4 from the foul line. And it looks like grade 10 student Abuka Eziakafor ready to check in for him, as both teams get a little bit of time here with the mandatory roster change.
Eagles still 2 points up here.
Yeah.
But
What
this
a
loss
matchup.
might be. Luckily, they get a forced timeout here, which is
Yeah.
the benefit of it.
I think
Only
the
2
boys could
minutes.
use a breather. Yeah, only 7 players have stepped on the court for either team so far in this game. Coaches really rolling with their strongest lineups. And indeed it is Eziakafor. Onana going over a few responsibilities with him. And out there for the Gold Knights in these crucial final minutes, it is Shin, Gillette Sear Anderson, and both Caden and Cohen Peetons.
Shin off that three-pointer will be thrown in here.
Yeah, John Caldwell set up in a box formation as we get a few things settled on the scoreboard. 2:02 left in the fourth.
Over to Cohen Peetons. Guy Shin over to Cohen Peetons. Peetons over to Shin. He'll shoot another three. He's good!
And Jim goes wild as you can hear a lot of supporters made the trip up from Grand Falls. The defending champs now have a 1-point lead.
Looking for it. Onana on that left side.
And
That will be his 5th foul, I think.
oh, and if that foul is going against Onana, that would be huge.
Seems to be, maybe not.
No,
Might be
maybe it
wrong.
was just stepped out of bounds. No fouls going up on the board, and we are in play, so yeah, it must not have been an actual foul call. It looks like referee Barrio was signaling a hold, but it may have just been, I misread the hand signal.
What a drive-in play there. He's driving in.
And timeout called by Coach Scott Robertson. It's now a 3-point deficit for the Eagles. As, oh, indeed, the foul is going on the board now. 5th against Mateo Onana. Wow. That's an extremely tough break for the Eagles, missing 2 of their starters and indeed strongest players. Mateo Onana, 22 points. He is the leading scorer for either team.
I think they're hoping to get 3 off and then maybe bring it to overtime, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
The good news for the Eagles is they still have some strong 3-point shooters out there. Luke Robertson, the other grade 12 starter, who's still out there. He's had 3, including that buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter, so you know he can hit them under pressure. Emmett McLeod had 2 in the first quarter. He's slowed down since then, but wouldn't this be a great time for him to rediscover that scoring touch? Jesse Vance from off the bench, and I expect he will be the one who steps onto the court for the Eagles in place of Onana, who's been fouled out. He is also a strong competitor. As we revised the time there, 1:15, so the Eagles a little bit more time to play with. Shot clock showing 8 seconds, though. Not sure what will happen when we get back there.
Ooh, what a game here. Back
Yeah.
and forth, back and forth.
2 very strong teams, and yeah, either way, we're going to have a very strong team up against Heartland for elimination. As we mentioned at the beginning of this tournament, there were a lot of good competitors coming in. The Samuel de Champlain Jaguars were last year's silver medalists. They get bounced in the first round against these FCA Eagles. Sir James Dunn Academy finishing 3rd in the South. They also eliminated last night. And now one of these 2 teams, they won't get eliminated now, but the team that loses this game will be facing elimination at 4 p.m. The winner will punch their ticket to sectionals and play against Harvey for the right to host at 6.
1:15 left to play.
And indeed, it is number 4, Jesse Vance, out there in place of Onana.
Looking for a throw in there. Will find it. Luke Cayley with the ball. Only 10 seconds on that shot clock. We'll find Vance off the bench. Back over to Luke Cayley. He needs to shoot here. We'll find a quick last-second pass to McLeod. He'll get the shot off.
And
I think that was a shot clock violation.
yeah, I believe that's when the referee tapping their shoulder. Shot clock was reset, but it shouldn't have been. as the ball did not touch the rim.
Caden Petens. Anderson will lose the ball. Luke Cayley coming in. Pass over. Vance for three.
Oh, he scored from that corner earlier.
Colin Petens picks up that board. Really trying to play hard to get there with the ball. Don't want to give it over. Let's hear. Pass over. Petens in the paint.
And Vance reaching in there. Both teams in bonus. That will be Vance's first, but it does send one of the most dangerous shooters for the Golden Knights, Cohen Petens, to the line. He's had a quiet game by his standards. Only 12 points, but a perfect 3 for 3 from the line, and makes it a 2-possession game. That is crucial.
That shot makes it even harder for the comeback to happen for the Eagles. So I guess there isn't really any coming back as they've gone back and forth a lot, but for the Eagles to sneak away with this one.
And Cameron Taylor is checked into the game for the Eagles, wearing number 7, another grade 10 student. Roster full of grade 10s for the Eagles.
Over Robertson, looking for a 3, that's for sure. Back over to Luke Cayley. He'll chuck one up off the backboard. That board goes to Golden Knights, and that might solidify the win.
And Robertson with what might have been a strategic foul there. With only a few seconds left, they need the ball back, but that foul should send Caden Petens to the line.
That's not who you want to send.
No, Petens brothers collectively perfect 8 for 8 from the line. Caden is 3 for 3.
Keeping it up. That might solidify the Knights. If they get this one. Will roll out. Just trying to play.
Yep, and again the strategic foul, but at this point it's a 6-point game. You're sending a reigning NBIAA All-Star in Cohen Petens to the line, who's a perfect 5 for 5. You basically have no good options here. And that should seal it.
What a game, though.
Yeah, great game.
Eagles definitely going to have a good game against Heartland after this. Eagles will be able to get 2 points out. That is Golden Knights. Once again, 6-point difference there.
Wow.
Coming off.
Just back and forth, and congratulations to the John Caldwell Golden Knights. They have officially punched their ticket to sectionals. They will be facing off against the old rival Harvey High School Lakers in Game 6 tonight at 6 p.m. for the right to host sectionals.
For sure, that was a great game there, but in 2 hours, we're going to have a little bit of a break now. In 2.5 hours, more or less, FCA Eagles will be playing up against the Heartland Huskies, and that is an elimination game. So that will be, everything is on the court.
Definitely.
We saw how much they're playing in a non-elimination game. That's going to be a game for the times. And
Without
finally,
a doubt.
we'd like to thank our premium sponsors, Bill Gammon, Briggs and Little, David C.A. Williams Renovations, Dr. Dan Fletcher, Excel Manufacturing, Harvey High Helpers, Harvey Insurance, Hundredfold Acres Puppies, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, Paul Equipment, your local Devilon and Bobcat Heavy Equipment dealer, RSEI Consultants Ltd, Scott Pierce at Remax East Coast Elite Realty, the Station House and Black's Grocery and Café, dropping after the game for some freshly baked breads and sweets. And I know I'm going to be going there in between my break, so I suggest you do the same. All right, folks, we'll see you in 2.5 hours.
Harvey takes the lead with 9 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet. Luke with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Now 5, 4, 3. He goes in. Ryan down. Stop.
Dad, I think it's time I get my own house.
Harvey takes the lead with 9 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet. Luke with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Now 5, 4, 3. He goes in. Ryan down. Shot stop.